Alright, Mr. Will and Jamie, welcome to my channel. So let's continue our journey of WidgetKit. So previously we already achieved a lot and add a date configuration. So we we sort of add a lot of configuration for different dates, but we don't have a way to actually test it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make customized preview and to literally test 365 days. So every day in a year, I'm going to make all the entry actually show up in the preview, and you can test out all these different configuration. So if you haven't already see the preview, right, you just need to click here and click just apply the canvas. So if you just got the code, I know most of the time I will just hide the preview and actually run the simulator because I want to actually see it. But since it's a widget, you kind of can't get the simulator to quickly change, so you can quickly test it at the preview. So you just need to click this canvas, and you guys can actually see the code here. I can see the preview here. As you can see, we got all this entry. Oh my gosh! And first we can test the weekday. So Monday, yeah, it's a cry face. Tuesday is a smile, and Wednesday is a nerd face, right? And Thursday, why is still not weekend? And like Thursday, January, yeah, and Saturday, good, and Sunday, yeah, so that's good. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or that. I love this. Yeah, and what is more important is that when you go to the like January 31st and then go to the February, you can see the style changed, this like according to our date configuration, right? So February and March, May or March, yeah, yeah, and then April, and then all that. So different months do have a completely different style. And by the way, if you haven't already, I changed the layout a little bit, because I want you guys to actually see the results. So I got the widget entry view, and I add just behind this emoji, I also add a entry date and format it, and change this gradient to the background color in the configuration, which we initialize the date configuration and change it. Okay, so without further ado, let's look at the preview. So normally you get some sort of preview like this. We got preview as like system small. Of course, you can change it to say system large or that, so you can like have a large preview, something like that. I hide out the support families. That's because I already update to iOS like 18, and it's not very stable. And if you add this, you may get some error. So I just hide it, and let's just focus on the preview first, and in dealing with all that later. And in the timeline, you can previously we add some entry, and it would just give you some of the timeline. But right now, I think I'm going to like using a generate data entries to give you array of all these data entries. Okay, so instead of just give you a specific set of data entry, I'm going to use a function to generate that. So what I'm going to do, let's build that from scratch. Let data entry entries, like dates entries will be, right now I did not write that, but doesn't really matter. I'm going to use generate date entries. So entries, Okay, and right now I did not write it, so I'm going to copy it and just to find a nice place to write this function. Okay, so I'm going to return a array of date entry. Okay, so basically you're going to set a, say, calendar, set a date component, and have a container for all the data entry. And say you're going to have like a for loop, loop like 365, and get all sort of entry. Okay, and return entry because it's a function. You call that, you return this. So return and entries. Okay, return entries, just something like this. But I can't find it. Of course, you haven't initialized this, but I just want to put it here, and so you know which variable to add. Okay, so first we sort of need to get the date. So you have to got the calendar here. So calendar will be call our calendar dot and use the current. And then we can have a var of date components, and then date components. Okay, and because it's 2024 as I record this video, so maybe when you watch this, maybe it's 2025, something like that. Doesn't really matter. You can always change it. So I'm going to pass year, like calendar, time zone, area, month, day, hour, minutes. You can specify a lot of things, but things the widget is like not update frequently sort of thing. So I'm going to use just year, okay, and month, and let's start from 1, and then day also 1. Okay, and remember you're going to return a series array of entries, so you need to declare that. So entries will be date entry, so date entry, and right now since you haven't initialized it, just empty array should be fine. Okay, and then let's have a for loop for, because I just want to loop it like 365, so I can use this underline just to, you know, just say, hey, I don't need to use this, but I have to add something in order to like fix the syntax. So I just add an underline, so you're happy, you can compile it, and I don't need to use this. If you like say for a day in, and then they will give you a complaint, say, hey, the day is never used unless you like print it out. I don't want to go through this hassle, so it's a common practice. So yeah, all the way to 365, and then inside this for loop I'm going to if let our date get our calendar dot date, and yeah, let's just pass in the date, date, and we're going to get this date from our date components, and then we're going to carry out. Remember we got like empty array of entries, so we're going to get that specific entry, and we're going to append that with a date entry elements, and we're going to get this date entry by passing in the date. The date will be the date because we got this initialize the date here, so we can just pass in the date. So the entry already passed the date, and then because it's a loop, so you pass this date, you're going to add another date that follow this date, another date follow this date. So you're going to get the date components, and updated will be calendar and dot date components, and yeah, components and from, yeah. So I'm going to add the components, date components dot year, and then second dot month, and then dot day. So you just need to find these three components to add it. And from, okay, date, we're going to get this calendar and dot date, and we can add that by adding. So by adding a date component. So I'm going to just increase that increment by a day. So day and value. Okay, day, and I'm going to have a value of 1, so just 1 day. Add 1 day, so like increment 1 day to specific date. So this date, because I already initialized it here, so date. Okay, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Then we can return an entry is a graphics unary operator. Let's check this. Yeah, I need to, sorry. Yeah, that should solve the problem. And dates. Date must be unwrapped. Yeah, so I need to unwrap it to dates. Okay, can I just unwrap it here? Just force to unwrap this. Yeah, pretty safe. So we can do that. Boot block is unavailable. Yeah, so we got all this just in order to return after all this loop. You should fill the entries array, and then we can actually use this. Okay, unavailable place of the one-time entry. Yeah, so we have to, because we already call this general array entries, I feel that date entries, but we haven't actually show it in a timeline. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Things has got like a lot of things need to show. So for a single entry in our data entries, inside here, we just need to show the entry. Okay, and that should do it. Timeline entry, yeah, that should do it. So if you look at here, on the right side, you got all this data show up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all that. Yeah, where is it? Yeah. I need to get the canvas. Yeah, I need to build it, I think. And I don't know why the canvas is gone. Is it because some sort of a bug? Oh yeah, I changed to data config. Yeah, you need to click the specific view in order to actually show the preview. Let's refresh it and see the result. Finger crossed, it will give me a nice 360 result. Yeah, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe the first time when I show you this, you got some kind of a bug because I got like duplicate of data. Right now, the bug will like automatically save it yourself, save it themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, good. And then go to another change of the configuration. I love this. Go here, change of the configuration. Yeah, good, 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 good. Yeah, so the emoji is working. The change of text is working. The change of background is working. Of course, you can change the background to some gradient color, just make it look nicer, but just some fine tuning, customized thing. My recommendation is that do please change my code just to kind of make it your own. Okay, just even just a slight change, just make it your own. Okay, you can like gain a lot of confidence boost by just doing this, and it's a great from a learner point of view. And I'm always learn new things, so I know the feeling of actually build something from scratch and customize it. I love it. And this is a fairly large preview, but no matter, you can always change it like system large. We design this as a system small. Okay, we design it as a system small. You can change the preview and you guys can see, well, system small also works pretty good. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. And don't forget, if you love this series, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please join the Patreon by supporting me and make all this content like full time. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, I got all sorts of tutorials: iOS, Android, Unity, game dev, Godot, all that, front end, back end, you name it. So thanks and bye. See you next video.